Hi Harsha, how are you doing?
Hey, hi Rashmi. Doing great. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. Looking forward to the upcoming workshop on unlocking sales mindset,
Likewise.
and very glad to have you as our facilitator.
I'm looking forward to it.
Harsha, I wanted to understand from you, what exactly does a sales mindset mean?
Anyone who actually is dependent on a customer, because a customer provides revenue, which is the lifeline of business, which means every single person, if they are customer facing or not, needs to have a sales mindset. And when we say sales mindset, there are a few things that are important. Uh, Number one, I would say, is focusing on the customer and making customer first.
Mm-hmm,
The second one would be, when we are focusing on the customer, what problem are we solving for them?
mm-hmm,
And while solving the problem, how can we componentize and make it result oriented? In the
right.
process, we are not going to be finding a perfect solution every time.
Right.
And how can we take feedback and adapt and be flexible and keep iterating in the process to help the customer?
Mm,
Uh, and the next one would be to have a learning mindset, a continuous learning, a learn it all mindset that actually helping the customers in this iteration process. So these are the five things I'm thinking when I think of the a sales mindset.
right, right. No, I think what you mentioned is that, solutions are not always perfect. And how do you keep in touch and understand from what, with being part of the evolving reality, and having that ability to see that, hey, this didn't work, maybe something else will, and, keeping the customer at the center. Is that right? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. Keeping the customer in the center is the customer first approach. Uh, we are here to serve the customer in whatever role we play. We could be in sales, we could be in finance, we could be in support, we could be in delivery.
Mm,
But ultimately, whatever we as a company that we represent is here to help the customer. And that can happen only if we keep the customer in the center and have this customer first attitude.
right. What I'm also hearing is a certain amount of, having the being okay to fail as well, right? Is that something that you think is part of the mindset?
Absolutely. When we are, I mean, we don't get everything 100% of the time. Uh, Even if you look at the 80-20 rule, we are likely to fail 20% of the time.
Mm,
And the most important thing in failing is learning why did we fail and how we could improve on that. And that mindset of continuous improvement,
mm.
which is part of the learning, and being flexible is what is going to get the results better the next time.
Right, right. So that is where continuous learning also comes in, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a feedback loop, right? So we are trying to solve some problem for a customer. We're putting a solution in place. It works most times. And in during occasions when it doesn't work the way the customer is expecting it to work, we get
Mm,
the feedback from the customer. We get the feedback from the solution that we have actually delivered.
mm,
Find out how we can actually improve on that.
right.
And that needs adaptability and flexibility from our end. And that's how we keep this continuous learning process on.
Right. No, very interesting. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Harsha. I think this is going to be a wonderful opportunity for everyone, irrespective of whether they are in a sales role or not, to kind of really understand some frameworks or some tools in terms of how we can actually practice it in a day-to-day manner. So, I'm really looking forward to that. And uh, in terms of like just having the sales mindset, uh, why is it important? Like, why should we have that mindset?
Uh, like I said earlier, right? So it does not matter if we are, what role we actually play within an organization. So in the organization, I could be a salesperson or a support person or a finance person or a consultant or a delivery person. But if we don't have the sales mindset, and the sales mindset is important because it's a customer who is providing us the revenue. And without the customer's revenue, which is a lifeblood of any business, the business doesn't survive. So if the business has to survive and thrive, every single person in the organization needs to think with the customer in the center.
Right, right, right. No, this is great because I think in our day-to-day roles, which is non-sales, right, we get so weighted by the aspects of what we need to do, right, or what we need to deliver, or that we forget that it's the customer that we are serving at the end of it, directly or indirectly. So yeah, so some great pointers out there, Harsha. And yeah, looking forward to our upcoming, workshop.
I'm looking forward to meeting new people and sharing and learning from all of them. Thank you, Rashmi.